They would probably get rid of us soon.
I'm totally healthy, and you're locking me up with a dead body.
Don't stay here. It's dangerous.
Help! Help!
You can't go this way. Go through the laboratory.
The disinfection chamber is just around the corner.
So I don't need to remind you to get some more fire-resistant suits and gas masks for the cremation department. They need to sustain temperatures over at least 500 Celsius.
Got it.
Perfect. Buy the ones in blue.
Why?
It's my favorite color.
But what is with their stuff?
Nothing. Burn it with them. It's all contaminated. There were only 2 cases with good prognosis.
Colonel, here are the facts. In the first 2 days of this mutation of the virus, the death rate went from 90 to 40%. Still, most of them are very infectious and should be held under medical supervision.
Artjom, wake up. Everything alright? Did you have a nightmare? Yes. Well then let me tell you about the real nightmare. Forest decline. Forest decline describes a huge part of the forest dying out in the near future due to human effects on nature, which is already happening. The term can refer to single cases or the whole entirety of the forest. And you don't want to hear the worst part, but I'm going to tell you anyway. Khan, stop scaring the poor boy with your scaremongering. Shut up, man! He needs to know the truth. So where was I? Right. The forest, Artjom. It is vital to life. It's home to many animals, and the trees produce wood, clean the air, and regulate the damn rain. So you see, your nightmare is nothing compared to reality. Damn it, Khan! I told you to get out! Leave the boy alone. The colonel wants to see him. Think about what I said, Artjom.
In many situations, the damage is not irreversible, but it takes a lot of time and effort for a forest to recover. The phenomenon occurs all over Europe. It seemingly appears regardless of the wood's location, climate, or measures taken to protect the forest. The symptoms vary between regions and different types of trees. So we sent out 3 of our best and bravest reporters to investigate and interview people and creatures from the woods to find out more about the forest and its decline. They knew the risk of this operation and got to experience it firsthand. They were captured, attacked, and almost killed, but their determination for the truth was stronger. The people living in the woods of Hessen, a state in Germany, have been protesting since the 80s for more environmentally friendly laws and guidelines in politics. Back then, the issue was caused by acid rain, which in turn was caused by severe air pollution, which was the result of extreme industrial exhaust at the time. And for some time, things got better, but that didn't last long, as the first symptoms of climate change rolled around pretty soon. Since then, their protests have gotten angrier to the point they attack anybody who's trying to enter the forest. Our first reporter, Artjom, decided to visit the local forest people to find out what they are all about. Most of them weren't very pleased by a total stranger roaming around in their territory, as we will see. So patience and a cautious approach were the key to success. Unfortunately, a major accident separated Artjom from Alyosha and his cameraman. Gladly, a nice forest lady saved Artjom from drowning, but after he woke up, all of his things were gone.
You're awake. Your friend, the cameraman, has been captured by my people. Hey yo, Olga! Try to stay out of their sight.
So his mission now was not only connecting with the forest people, but also saving his cameraman from being killed by them. Through Artyom's waterproof bodycam, we have live unscripted footage of his quest, which you do not want to miss. The Hessian forest, and furthermore the whole of Germany, had a regain in wolf and deer population in recent years, as Artyom quickly discovered when almost being run over by them. It was good news, especially for the forest people, whose diet includes deer, while fruits and berries get less and less because of the forest's decline. However, scientists are convinced the recent spike in population won't last long if the forest continues to decline. On his way to the camp of the forest folks, armed with a rusty crossbow, he encountered several examples of the unwelcoming nature of the forest folks towards strangers in their territory, which was concerning to him, to say the least. Eventually, Artyom ran right into the trap, but fortunately got rescued by a huge scary bear.
Huh? Wow, haha.
See? I told you the guy wasn't alone.
Well then, let's cut the rope and bring him to our camp.
Excuse me? Hi, you already got one in your camp. This one's ours.
But it's our territory.
Yeah, but it's my rope, dumbass.
Well, then why did you set the trap up in our territory? Also, you already have the backpack of one of the invaders.
And who went diving for the backpack while you all hopped off, huh?
Well, you have boats. Anyway, doesn't matter. We will kill him anyway.
What? This decision is up to the Council of the Forest.
Did you forget they're all the same? They all disrespect the forest spirits with their thoughtless actions. Mercy was never an option. We are trying to make a statement with...
No, the Council will decide. Oh, fuck a bear!
Finally properly armed, he moved on and found his backpack just a few meters further down the path.
The forest spirits will never forgive you, you heathen! You hypocrites! Only those who care for the forest shall enter it.
Some heartwarming, totally non-violent welcomes by the other forest folks later, he discovers a church on top of the mountain. Maybe that's where they brought his cameraman. It seems the forest people use it as some kind of altar to pray to the forest spirits.
Stay still or shoot. Wait, I know, you seem kind of rude. Wait, you're the guy I fished out of the lake. Dude, how did you survive? I mean, my people were definitely trying to get you. Kill you, they said.
God damn it! Why don't you open up?
And don't worry about your friend the cameraman. He's fine. I saved him from being killed by the others. He's waiting safely on the other side of the lake for you. I recognize good people when I meet them. You just wanted to spread awareness about us and what we are fighting for in the form of a documentary. Unfortunately, my folks won't see it that way, so you need to get out of here as soon as possible. Over there, in the swamp, there's a boat with which you can escape. So take that. But before you go, I will tell you our whole story. After all, that's what you came for, right? See that over there? Before the 80s, hell, I wasn't even alive. All of this was covered with strong, healthy trees. And now, just look at it. All dry, all dead. It's awful. The rain basically acidified the soil by releasing these toxic heavy metal ions, which messed up the whole water and nutrient household. Dude, and as if that wasn't enough, it drained all of the minerals out of the freaking soil. Now guess what happened next? Obviously, due to the poison and drained soil, trees and plants in this area were much more vulnerable and susceptible to sickness. My parents and their friends managed to reach a lot of people, not only by protest though. They decided to live in the woods. So the politicians were forced to do something about the forest decline. They couldn't just force them out of the forest, but also couldn't risk them getting sick by drinking the local, unfiltered, acid water. It would have destroyed their political career. And damn, it worked! Can you imagine that? As a response, laws were passed to limit emissions. Additionally, they implemented flue gas desulfuration systems and shut down many brown coal power plants. With that, they managed to drastically reduce the sulfur dioxide emissions. It was so effective that in 2003, the German Federal Minister of Agriculture declared the forest decline is done. By this point, my parents and their supporters had long decided to stay in the woods. As they liked it a lot, yeah? Yeah, they built a real community. Not a cult. Marked it down twice if you decide to write it down. Gosh, I hate it when people talk about us like we're a bunch of fanatics. Anyway, children were born and raised, including me, and our childhood was just simply, it was amazing. But you know, as with all good things, It didn't last long until things got worse again. Climate change. I don't think I need to say more. It got really bad in the last few years. Witnessing my home falling apart like this, it just broke my heart. Every night we prayed and sacrificed food for the forest spirits, but they just got weaker and weaker every day, and nobody in charge did anything. People forgot about us and the forest. Yeah, we were angry, and we decided to remind them. Remind them that everyone who disrespects the forest spirits by destroying their holy realm through their harmful actions shall not be worthy of entering it anyway. Everyone who does otherwise deserves nothing but death for their own hypocrisy. And I dare you to twist my words with your little clever editing tricks to make us all look like fanatics. We are not a cult. We simply protect us of the holy forest spirits and the fruitful realm that nourishes us like a mother its child.
The forest folks surely are interesting people with interesting ways of reaching their goal. Also, they are totally showing signs of cult-like behavior, so please do not try this at home, kids. The kind forest lady showed Artjom a safe way through the swamp, which turned out to be even more dangerous than the previous path. But Artjom managed to get through and reconnect with his cameraman. Thanks for watching part 1 of a very serious and 100% true, we swear, documentary series. Part 2 will cover the forest creature's point of view and especially the current impact of climate change on the woods.